Yeah, they were calling me because they said they're having the same issue as Stacey. I don't know. Is your audio okay? Oh no, you didn't do the thing.
Was it reset?
I don't know. Within doubt, just
Do
check
you
every
know what?
time.
Do you know what's annoying? I've just saved over the bloody. Oh my god! It did this before. I touched no settings on OBS and it resets all the fucking stuff.
It's alright. You guys haven't missed that much.
I mean, you missed our impressions and my lame
We
joke.
just have to do it again whenever
I'm so
the
pissed
time
off.
comes.
Is this the issue, right? When being such a small streamer, I don't get notified till very late into it, like 46 minutes in. Dante notified me when I was playing Assassin's Creed right when I finished the game. He says, "By the way, I can't actually hear anything."
It's like, come on.
And I played like for a good 2 hours without any audio. Right, so what have we made then? What progress have we made? We found out there's a lockbox. There's a store like safety deposit box. Well, yes, so we found there's a safety deposit box. We talked to the gargoyle who. Do I go through a dialogue with the gargoyle again?
I wouldn't bother. It was all on the screen.
I guess that's the good thing about point and click games is like they do have the text. So you didn't miss the text, I guess. Is this why when I'm streaming with you, I have your stream on just in case? It probably been useful to have your stream on. Oh well. What else have we done? We've just talked to Samuel and found out that he's basically finished his shift and he's given us the key. Just gonna eat my keyboard. That's fine, D.
Go make sure the.
I'm gonna move my audio mixer right to the right side because I think.
Brainwashing, isn't that where you take the brain out of the skull
Thank you, D.
and wash it with cool
Make
water?
sure the keyboard.
You don't take the brain out of the skull.
And make sure the
You don't
switch on
take
the
the
wall
brain.
is,
Well, how can you wash the brain if you don't take it out of the skull?
Thank you for the support, D. I've moved my audio mixer right to the the next to my main monitor. Just because I think the issue is it's on the left hand side, so I don't look at it enough to see the thing go up and down. I think that's why. I'm so pissed right now. So we've got the key from Samuel, and we've got the. We talked to the gargoyle, and he was basically saying this. Oh yeah, it was like a big beast that attacked and he also saw the carriage go off the bridge. He saw the it was like convulsions from the dwarf guy.
Yeah.
And that he convulsed and he crashed. But he has bite marks on the ankle, which means some vampire, I think somehow, has bitten him, and yeah, he's died that way. Then we tried to leave, and Luton was like, "Bruh, I've loaded the save up before I did it, and you clicked anymore. So if you've missed any of the dialogue, here you go." What was Iron? That's fine.
It was as if I was being.
Oh my god, I just missed it then. Low game. It's really funny the dialogue he does. So first of all, he goes, "I don't really want to go through all these. I don't want to go through 100 different dialogues and try to lock on many different doors when I know it won't do anything."
I struggled to understand why I couldn't just leave the Cafe Ankh, and why I would want to without.
What's wrong, D?
I struggled to understand why I couldn't just leave the Cafe Ankh, and why I would want to without unlocking.
Mum's
the
like me and
wine
hates
cellar.
it when
It was as if I was being controlled by some cosmic
moron
who kept making me do really stupid things just so he could laugh at me.
I love when I thought they do a 4-4 break.
I had better unlock the cellar first. Look, I knew what would happen if I left with the key. I'd drag it halfway across town, using it on 100 different locks that it wouldn't fit, and trying to talk to every meaningless nobody I ran into on the way. It would be simpler for everyone concerned if I just unlocked the damn cellar door.
I love when it break the fourth wall like that. Oh, it's an invisible crowbar. I don't think I'm supposed to collect this, so I'm gonna save before I collect this just in case. Crowbar TV. Okay.
I figured the golem wouldn't notice that the crowbar had gone missing. Not that I'm saying it didn't need it, just that I.
In fact, it's missing a
I'd get away
texture.
with stealing it.
I don't think I was supposed to get that again, but hey, why not? If we mess up our game, we've got to save to go back now. We have a crowbar somehow. I can't get the bloody key. There you go. Time to get a new keyboard.
Years ago, it would have been
That's
my
just it,
dream
that
to
is a new
stand
keyboard.
in
Is
the
it?
Cafe Ankh's
Yep.
wine cellar. So many barrels of fine wine.
That's why it's so annoying.
Even Chateau Hector, Year of the Weevil. My favorite vintage. I used to dream of Ilsa, too, from time to time. So when I walked in to find Ilsa there, I had to check I wasn't wearing my pajamas.
Box
I
receipts.
rooted carefully through the receipts, and the only recent purchaser was the patrician. It seems he'd bought a number of barrels of fine wine to take to the palace. I guess the golem I'd seen at the cafe was owned by Lord Veterinary. Two Conkers was...
Oh yeah, I was. You missed out on the thing as well. My phone thing, because you wouldn't have heard it.
Oh yeah, you have to show people again.
Right, so I've got a new notification. Oh fuck! I've got new notifications for my phone, which I love. Or two notification sounds. So I got that one, and so I've got them two. Like I found on a notification like ringtone app. I was like, oh. So I've got one of them as my
He's a nut.
yes. But I'm happy.
Two Conkers was in no state to talk to me.
He had been beaten over the head by Ilsa.
Hello again, Ilsa. I can see I'm going to have to get used to finding you where I least expect. You didn't say goodbye at the casino. What happened to you?
We got away thanks to you.
It was nothing.
It wasn't nothing. You saved our lives, Luton.
Lulu, is that you? What's up with him?
He's delirious. He's been injured.
Let me have a look at his wound.
He'll be fine.
Yep,
We
he's
need
got a
chance
lot
to
of blood.
rest, that's all. He fades in and out a little, but he'll be okay.
What happened?
It was Remora. He's been following us. He
I'll
won't
allow
cope.
that. I'll allow the
I was about to say, it's like, allow.
bastard's not bloody. Why is bastard an offensive term? It's like you bastard.
Oh, bastard.
Oh
It's
fuck!
not much comfort.
Forgot to
Well,
click
at
back in the
least
game.
you know if an assassin kills you, you're not going to be killed by some thug. They're very efficient at it. Practice makes perfect, you might say. I was going to be an assassin once.
What happened?
The usual. Forces outside my control.
It is you from casino. You save our life. We to be in your debt.
I guess you
I'm
two
really
can
hoping that's
trust
an Asian
that.
actor,
We
not
need
a
your help,
stereotype.
Luton.
Haven't I done enough for you?
Because it is
I
the
need your help
90s.
to
Yeah,
ask
stereotype.
after. What happened?
Women. It's never a
Women.
is it?
Please, you have to find us somewhere safe to hide.
Why? Why should I do that for you? Why should I do anything
you.
for you?
Why should I?
Not for what happened, Luton. For what we had. Once.
We had a dream. Trouble is,
I need to
woke up and I
change
could
the
still
posture check
remember
sound
it.
because he just can't hear it over anything else. It's like
Does he know about us?
Does he
Two
know about
conkers.
us?
No, I never told him.
Why not?
He's my husband.
You're married.
I always was, even when I met you.
Why didn't you tell me?
It's not as simple as that.
son of a
I met two
bitch.
conkers in Ikalpon. He was on a secret dig for the Sun Emperor. and we
Ah,
fell
he's
in
our way
love.
into the archaeologist thing then.
Agateans weren't supposed to know about the outside world.
That's true, but the outside world isn't supposed to know about the Agatean Empire either. Trouble is, centuries ago, their empire spread beyond the counterweight continent, and there's archaeological evidence for the strange and charmed Quack dynasties all along
Quack.
the Turnwise Ocean coast. The Sun Emperor sent 2 conquers out to cover up the evidence.
This doesn't explain why you didn't tell me you were married when we met.
2 conquers
like
went
to
back
cuck.
to the Ankh-Morpork Empire, and I stayed behind. He wasn't sure I'd be safe there as an outsider. I didn't think I'd ever see him again. He might as well have died. I almost died too, until I met
He
you.
might as well have just.
I was
dead.
your number 2 husband.
You don't
I was your poopy
understand,
husband.
Newton. I didn't love 2 conkers. I mean,
I
was
love Conker's bad
infatuated
fur
with him,
day.
and he needed me. I was nothing before I met him. He gave me a purpose. He gave me a life.
Oh, that's good. Because he took mine. At least his accounts will balance. He came back, didn't he? That's why you left me.
Yes. I got a letter from him saying that the government had been
I
overthrown.
feel like we don't need
and
to
the
be in the room
empire
for
was a
this.
new world.
It's between
I
them
wanted
two.
to tell you, but I didn't think you'd understand.
At least you got that right.
Ooh.
So, you're Mrs. Ilsa Conkers.
No, I kept my maiden name. Our marriage was supposed to be a secret.
2 almonds.
So you've been
almonds
traveling
later.
with 2
Wait.
Conkers for quite a while now.
Yes, we've been
Managed to
making our
change
way
colour of the
around the
background
Circle
finally, Stacey.
Sea. There have been several digs.
And everything you find goes back to the Agatean Empire.
No, not now. There's no point. Most of it comes here to Ankh-Morpork. We give it to the Guild of Archaeologists, Antiquarians, and Tomb Evacuators. They have quite a collection of artifacts.
That's it? You
you
spend
get
your
in?
life digging up junk that no one ever sees?
We're looking for something. Something 2 conquers wants to take back to the Agatean Empire.
What is
I
it?
could say
A
like bloody
jewel.
Wakanda.
Jewel. Find the jewel, yes?
Tell me about this jewel.
Gold-plated jewel. Very old.
I thought the Agatean Empire had plenty of gold.
Special artifact. Gold to be making it come from Agatean Empire. Stolen by one of your gods. Great fortune to Empire if it can be returned to us.
How will you know if you found it?
Gold-plated jewel not common. This jewel be having inscription. Unquam paratas.
It means forever ready.
You don't even know if this jewel actually exists, do you?
We've just come from a dig in Sorta. It's a village near the ruins of the ancient city of Sort. We found inscriptions there of many artifacts, including this jewel. It exists, all right. We
It's funny,
just
she's not
haven't
moving her
been
mouth,
able
she's
to
just wobbling
find it.
inside side. Do-do-do. Oh, I've lost my mouse. There we go.
If
Sorta.
all these inscriptions were in Sorta, what are you doing here in Ankh-Morpork?
That's just it. The inscriptions claim that the jewel is here in Ankh-Morpork. Apparently, after the fall of Sort, the jewel was held by monks in the village of Sorta. But over 4 centuries, the Knights of the Order of the Sacred Tulip went out on quests to find it.
Why?
They were knights. They went on foolish quests all the time. It was a knight
All the
thing.
time.
I think all the different orders competed to outdo each other in foolishness. I heard the Knights of the Fairly Pink Triangle spent 2 centuries looking for a better name.
Fairly pink.
And you
or
think one of the
fairly
knights found it?
Apparently.
Both.
The inscription said he took it to Ankh-Morpork, there to guard it forever.
Forever?
You know these
Forever.
ancient inscriptions. They have a
Forever.
tendency to exaggerate everything. It probably meant nearly forever.
Okay. Would you like my crowbar?
Tempting as it was, I decided not to start attacking people with the crowbar.
Aw.
I really didn't want to talk to anyone about the Do you know anything about the murder of the dwarf in this iconograph?
Sorry, but
That's a no then.
I wasn't a... Does this coin mean anything?
my word, that looks just like 2305.
What?
Number 2305. One of the artifacts we dug up in Sorta. It's an early Sortian coin, I think. Your having one would seem to confirm that.
What makes you say that?
Well, we only found one, so we thought it might
so he
be a
stole
seal
it.
with some symbolic or cultural significance. But if there's more than one, then it's probably just a coin.
Is it valuable?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
Not really. It's like,
Oh, fuck you then.
You two must know about a lot of ancient artifacts.
sure.
Of course. Why do you ask?
Ever heard of a golden sword?
Golden sword. You have to be being more precise. Must be 50 golden sword artifacts in Agatean Empire alone.
But then they do have a lot of gold. That's why they call it the Orient.
With an A. Orient.
I didn't think they had anything more to tell me about the duel.
Okay. I thought they did.
Have you heard of the counterweight killings?
The what?
The counterweight killings. Word is all across town, it seems.
That's what they were talking about in the casino. A foreign assassin in town killing prominent officials.
That's it. The ritualistic murders in town. People must have heard about two conquers, and word has got around that there's someone from the counterweight continent in town.
The rumors must have got mixed up somehow.
There's no somehow about it. Rumors always get mixed up. Do you think the Duke of Earl is really as stupid as people believe? Of course not. But every time someone does something stupid and no one can remember who did it, it gets blamed on the Duke.
You mean he doesn't have the mental powers of a mushroom?
Well, there's some truth in all rumors.
So people think Two Conkers is an assassin. This is insane. He couldn't hurt a fly. He couldn't even catch a fly. Come to think of it, he couldn't even catch a cold.
It doesn't matter whether or not he is an assassin, only that people think he is.
Well, can't we just go to the patrician and get the whole thing cleared up?
We
Let's
could,
get the
but
whole
his
thing
idea
cleared
of
up.
clearing the whole thing up probably means handing two
Duke,
conkers
Duke,
over
Duke.
to the Assassin's
Duke,
Guild.
Duke.
He rates tidiness
Duke.
over
Well,
justice.
Duke.
Would they let us go if we explained?
They don't care whether he's an assassin or not. They've been paid. It's all over but the receipt.
Then you're our only chance. Help us, Luton. You're our only
Duke,
hope.
Duke.
What do you want me
Hello,
to
Duke.
do?
You have to find somewhere safe for us to hide Two Conkers. Somewhere that no one in their right mind would look for him. Please, Luton.
Listen to me.
Duke,
Nowhere
Duke.
is safe.
Uh,
There's
oh,
nothing I
Duke,
can do
Duke.
for
Sing
him.
it to
I
work.
can't
though.
help you.
Like,
At least think about it.
Sing it to
that
work.
isn't going to take me
no,
long.
sing it to what?
Yeah.
What tune?
Duke. It's like to sing it to
Have you heard
work.
of the counterweight killings?
The what?
The counterweight
Duke,
killings.
Duke,
Word
Duke
is
the
all
fellas.
across town, it seems.
That's what they were talking about.
Oh shit!
That's it.
I've clicked the wrong one.
Room.
Do you think that...
How's your pop?
You mean
well, there's...
That's
so?
me.
This is in. He couldn't come to.
it
Oh my
doesn't-
god! There's so much
could,
dialogue.
but he-
I didn't mean.
Then you
I
help us,
wait.
Luton.
Okay, I can press escape. Apparently, if you press escape too many times, it can crash the game. So I don't want to do that.
Do you know anything about some kind of beast stalking the
I
streets?
don't know anything about that.
I don't.
Just horse?
Do you know a troll named Jasper Horst?
Horst. I've heard of him. He's a treasure hunter, isn't he?
So it seems.
I heard that one of his employees was in Sota when we were. I don't know what they were doing, though.
Oh, did you tell your mum about a holiday thing yet?
No. You said
Do you
were
know
gonna
anything
message-
about Reagan's murder?
I said I might.
I don't think we can help you with that.
So D is a possibility that I might not be able to go in August, but I'm trying my best to like.
His work has decided to be an absolute arsehole about everything.
Yeah, they're saying, well, you've got no hours saved up for that week. I said it's in August. Like I should have at least earned some by then. You're like, we don't know. My boss was like, well, even I might not be able to get a holiday in that month. I was like, really? So
What do you know about the murder
I'm
of
hoping
Monk
to do by then.
Malachite?
I don't
like
think
I've told
we
my
can help you
told my
with
boss.
that.
I've told my boss about 4 times now. So yeah, I will do. I've told my boss about 4 times now. So if it comes that date and I do have time, and she said sorry, someone else is already off that week, I'll say no. I asked you so many times.
Can you
So,
think of
don't
any
give me that
reason
shit.
that Monday might have...
I don't think.
Okay, I don't think we're going to get much more out of her about these things. Okay, maybe.
What do you know about a dwarf named Al-Khali?
I won't leave it to like the last
Sorry,
day,
but they're not anyone we know.
but
I
because I've only
didn't
got
see any
apparently
point in asking
67
Ilsa and
hour,
two conquerors
67
about themselves.
minutes
they probably
of my
wouldn't
holiday
know
time so far. So I can leave for 67 minutes and I've got to get back to work.
I didn't see any point in asking Ilsa and two conquerors about themselves. Sheesh, they probably wouldn't know anything.
Yeah. The thing is though, like I understand like taking a holiday, say next week, that's fair enough. But like this is August, so it's like it's still 4 months. If I haven't got holiday hours by then, because I've got
What do you know about
because I've got
a
to get
woman
at
named
least
Carlotta?
16
Sorry, but they're not
16
anyone
hours
we
to take the
know.
week. So yeah. Oh wait, what about this?
Does 3712V mean anything to you?
Well, it could be a catalog number.
A catalog number? For what?
In the Guild of Archaeologists, they have a collection of artifacts there, and they all have a catalog number.
Are you sure that's what it is?
No, of course not. It could mean anything, but it's a possibility at least.
Does Azil mean anything?
I don't understand why we still have Azil.
That sounds
like
familiar.
That's
Azil
not what
is
it was
being
supposed
mad.
to say.
Mad Ascari of Great Nef. Tell you about him if you're wishing.
No, that's all right. If I need to know more, I know where to come.
But
can you think of any...
I don't...
yeah, we can't. Yeah. Alright,
Does...
No.
For what? I'd realized that Monday...
I realised that Monday was the start of the week.
I'll be back.
We're not going...
Back again. Did I take what I wanted out?
I routed carefully through the receipts and the... It seemed
Oh, yeah.
I
I don't think there's anything else down here, so let's go back up. I like how we didn't give the key back, though. Maybe we can go to the archaeologists.
Open up.
You
Open up.
again. What do you want now?
Alright. First of all, Ilsa.
Do you know Ilsa and Two Conkers?
Oh, yes. They're from out of town, but they have a fully paid-up membership of the guild.
Have you ever played Simon the Sorcerer?
Really?
Would I lie
Me?
to you?
Yeah.
Plenty of
I
people
remember
would.
playing
Yeah.
first one a
But
little bit.
plenty
Do you remember the little
of
green
people
guy that lived in the
as
swamp?
well, but only
No.
Oh, okay.
I come out and tell
That's
you
one that
to
I
your
didn't play a
face.
lot of.
See? I'm
remember a bit.
honest about my hatred of almost everyone.
That must make the lonely winter evenings all the more bearable.
I realised Monday came before Tuesday. Oh god. Was there anything else I got information about?
The jewel...
Okay, so we can't.
Good. Don't
Can we not? I was hoping because we talked to Thingy now, they'd let us in. Maybe I have to go back to. Go to Patrician's Palace maybe after.
I'm back. How's Two Conkers?
A little better, I think.
Okay, so that's a no then. Okay. I've lost my mouse cursor. Oh god. Wait. How the fuck is? Oh, it is. I guess I'll go to the Patrician's Palace and. Now we know the barrels are thing there. Maybe we can get like a.
As far as I could tell, the barrels were just like the ones in the wine cellar of the Café Ankh, although these ones were empty.
I thought it was going to be a little bit more than that.
As far as I...
Apparently not.
Can I... Oh, I'm stuck.
These barrels had already been opened. It would
Had
take me ages to chisel handholds into the wall. It would... The empty barrels at the foot of the palace wall looked like they used to have wine in them.
Yep. But can I get in, guys? Just let me in.
No. Not allowed.
I don't know where to go. Oh my
Along the
god.
length of the wharf were hundreds of posts. It's...
It seems like a bunch of words to me. Yeah. I'm trying to think. Pintock Gene Parrot. Something Said about crowbars, maybe like maybe we can use a crowbar on it.
I could probably have used the crowbar to open the boxes, but it was a safe bet that
I thought it was like hinting, like, yeah, you can use them for this. If anybody has an idea, or like welcome. I welcome anything.
Audience interaction.
Yes.
Mr. Luton, it is always a pleasure to see you. I trust you have brought something.
I haven't brought...
I'm a patient.
He's always talking about the fucking sword. It's like, just shut up.
Why should I trust you when you...
We've done that one already.
Yeah.
The only thing... Go play
The jewel...
Yeah, okay. Only other thing go to the beast, baby.
Do you know anything about some kind of beast stalking the streets?
The comms,
Yeah, okay. What location are you giving me? Every time.
I could smash up the carriage to look for clues.
I can smash up Reagan's
I
body.
considered using the crowbar on Reagan. What can I say? I'm a violent man at heart. I had a feeling there was something about Reagan that could use prizing off. But I also had a feeling that I wouldn't need the crowbar to do it.
Okay. Does he have something I can pry? Is knowing in his hand?
There was no doubt that it was the...
You can't say shit like that and not have it in...
I searched either he...
Be right back.
Okay.
The less I had to do with the corpse, the better. The less I had... The I think the cat...
Maybe I have to use the tooth.
The less I think the carriage... The carcass of Reagan's...
It says like it seems like it was saying as if like I can grab something else from his body, but
That had more to do... The
like the fact that I can...
I considered using... What can I... I had a feeling there was something about Reagan that could use
Prizing
prizing
off.
off. But I also had a feeling that I wouldn't need the crowbar to do it.
Can I select anything else on his body?
There was no doubt that it was Reagan. And there was no doubt that he... The poor...
That's a word.
I searched...
Yeah, but why can't I do anything about it? I think I can in my book.
I didn't know of any link to Reagan's corpse.
We've just well, we've saved Ilsa before, and we've pulled Reagan up from the water. We've been to the... We just broke out of jail. That's what we're up to, I guess.
I was pretty convinced now that the counterweight killings were based on the 8 great tragedies.
Yeah, I've done to
Reagan's
so I've
death
gone
was
through the
very similar
receipts.
to the one
It says
in
about the
Antilogy and Cleft
barrels,
Fatara.
but I've been there and it just says they're empty. Right. Anything else?
I didn't know
Use crowbar and barrels.
the
What back on the Magician's Palace? I've done that. Yeah, he just says they're already open. Come on, stop.
These barrels had already been opened.
Yeah.
The palace wall. Looking closely, I could see the other side of the hole in the wall that I'd seen from inside Leonard's cell. The palace wall. Looking close.
No, don't.
What? Scale the.
Yes.
The palace wall. Looking close.
There's nothing. Okay, there's nothing in. Get in. He just says this. He just says the climb the wall with his hands.
What was I going to do? Scale the walls with my bare hands?
Maybe with the grappling iron?
It always looked much
Oh.
easier in the clickies. There was nothing useful to me on the table. Well, nothing useful that wasn't glued down, or that I thought Leonard
At least you
would
got that sorted now.
missing. Hello again, Leonard.
Yes. Hello?
What are you doing?
I'm deeply immersed in a mechanical problem.
Can I help?
It's not likely.
I kept waiting for him to say something else, but he was lost in his work.
Was there anything else then? I think there's nothing here then. Is there anywhere else we can go in here? The Vitruvian man there, but we can't click it. We've talked to everybody about the beasts.
I see, sir.
Yes, I would like to see Carlotta if she's here.
It's
No, okay.
Is the
Okay,
I've got a
alright.
few.
Do... No, the Muffin Man.
Tempting as it.
Yeah. I could ask him about the beast things
I
again.
come back to a joke like that, really.
You've made that joke many times, don't give me that shit.
I've never made that joke.
Psh.
You always make that joke.
Psh.
Do you know anything about?
I've heard
some
you say
kind
the
of
Muffin Man.
beast stalking the streets?
It's really good home embrace.
but I don't get out of the conservatory.
Oh, you never fucking get out of the fucking conservatory. Who
I'll
don't?
be
Who am I going to talk to? Maybe the butler.
I see,
Butler
sir
knows
has
everything.
returned.
Sir has.
Butler did it.
Who would Sir like to see?
You.
Tell me about Reagan.
Sir?
Reagan, the Count's companion.
Sir seems to have mistaken me for someone who...
Listen,
Indeed, sir. But Sir's all... And
Well, we've been to all that stuff. Beast attacker.
do you know anything about some kind of beast stalking the streets?
Sir has many questions, but alas, I have few answers.
Phew, but you didn't
I
say
think.
Sir,
no answers.
Try something. See, I want to. You need to get Cookers now. You found a hiding place. Yeah, I'll try that in a minute. And let's try this.
I was pretty sure the bestial attacker wasn't a werewolf.
Sure.
There didn't seem to be any obvious connection to...
Let's try Cafe Anchor and then. You're most likely right. Oh, I'm stuck on the wall. Okay, there we go.
Two Conkers was in no... I'm back. How's Two Conkers?
A little better, I think.
Does he know about us?
Two Conkers?
Oh, fuck's sake, it clicked out of the game.
Even when I met you.
Why didn't you...
Oh, we've gone through that. No, I don't know how would I get him to go over there? Because I can't talk to him, it seems.
So you've been traveling with...
Yes, we've been making our way around the Circle Sea. There have been several digs.
And everything you find goes back to the Agatean Empire.
No, not now. There's no point. Most of it comes here to...
Oh yeah, we've done that.
I'll be back.
Oh.
Two Conkers...
Back again.
I didn't really need a... Most of the...
Maybe can we use the... Double check the whole medic at my place side. I mean, I can check it again, yeah.
As it happened, I'd have a much better...
I like he foreshadows that. It's like, I have a much better thing to use later. It's like, okay.
It's like, how do you know?
But he won't.
It always looked much easier
in the clickies. Yeah. I seem to remember that. I just can't remember how. You have to maybe look at the hole.
The gaping hole had been created by Malachite to escape from the palace. Leonard liked to think of it as a window.
Right, so I've inspected that.
Hello again, Leonard.
Yes. Hello.
What are you doing?
Yes.
I'm deeply immersed in a...
Can
I help? That's not
I
likely.
kept waiting for him to...
Look down at it from down below.
The palace walls were useful for keeping intruders out and keeping the roof in place. Looking closely, I could see the other side of the hole in the wall that I'd seen from inside Leonard's cell.
Okay, so now we can try. No.
Al-Khali was still following me.
Right, let's try now.
I'm back. How's...
A little better.
There's no
I'll be
like
back.
dialogue for him though. Like, oh yeah.
Conkers was in no...
Yes, he is. He's fucking right there. Fine. God damn it, Luton. Fucking bash his brains in my bloody self.
I rooted carefully through the... It seems he'd bought... I guess the golem I'd seen at the cafe was...
Wait, what? That gave us nothing new.
It would seem so.
E.
A games.
I don't like this at all. No, not mention a hiding place. I feel like we're missing something.
I trust you.
I haven't...
I'm a patient.
I'm a patient man.
I like
Wow, wow, wow. I'm so confused.
I thought about petting the dog, but there was something about the way.
Pet the dog, damn it.
The guild coat of arms was clearly displayed, along with the guild motto, Serpentis Odi.
No. Shouldn't tell anything about that.
The only time I saw a metallic flat disc with a square hole in the center. The coin had markings on one side that I couldn't read. It wasn't from any nation I'd ever heard of. A beautiful glittering diamond. I tried not to think that I had pulled it out of a dead troll's corpse. More importantly, I tried not to think about the fact that I stole it from the Salaci family mausoleum.
In the mausoleum.
I couldn't help but notice that Reagan was bald.
Ah, no, that's actually a good point. I've just realised that. Because he's got
Very
hair.
Random.
He's got hair.
One thing had been bugging me since I'd found Reagan's body. In the iconograph that the Count had given me, Reagan was bald. Here, in the flesh, Reagan had a full head of hair. I had to pull hard on his toupee to get it off. Reagan must have glued it on to stop it from flying off as he drove the carriage. Underneath the toupee was a small key.
So
I guess
safety
it must have been
deposit box.
important, or he wouldn't have glued it to his head.
Oh my god. I bet this I bet this opens up so much more now. Oh no, wrong place. You watch, this opens up like everything now. This is what we've been looking for. I only just, as soon as he said, oh, he's bald, I was like, wait a minute, he had hair earlier.
I figured a really good private investigator could do a lot of painstaking research and work out which box belonged to Reagan. But I figured, hey, the guy's a dwarf. So I just tried all the lockers on the bottom row. It fitted into box 39 like a glove. Eventually. Inside was an envelope and a bracelet with carved wooden charms. The plot thickened, and you could already stand a spoon up in it. The envelope had come from Reagan's safety deposit box, and I had a feeling that it was important somehow. The thing was, it seemed to be empty.
Or was it? Do we have anything, any light that we can put it on?
In his safety deposit box, but I guess he wanted to keep it safe.
Because it's obviously one of the ones you put over you put over a lamp and it like reveals the secret message. Was there anything that had a lamp on it? No. No. Wesleyan. No. Such another no. Ridge, no. Sopodopolis, no. Apparent, no. His workshop, no. Lynn's office, no. Maybe office, actually. We use the coffee machine, because it's weird that it's a selectable item you can't do much with.
Best to leave the
It was hoping to be like a Steam thing. Hey, Rustic Gamer. How are you doing? Welcome. Luton's office. Archaeologist. I'm going to go to the Cafe Ankh first. Good. Right, if I... Yep. Over here, Luton. Yep. No, not the wall. There we go.
I'm back. How's Two Conkers?
A little better, I think.
He seems to be bloody moaning a lot still.
Does this charm bracelet mean anything to you?
No, sorry. It's wood. Most wooden artifacts don't survive being dug up, so we don't really pay much attention
Wait,
to
please
them.
put my wife to be a... I not played this. B for my wife to be as. Yeah, I'm guessing you mean saying your wife
I
would
had
play.
a feeling that the envelope wasn't something I should discuss with everyone I met.
An envelope. Okay, why wouldn't you talk to an envelope? It's like, what do you think of this envelope? Okay. Is there a lamp I can use anywhere? Lamp. No. You know what I mean, though, don't you? Like, if you hover it over heat or something, the message appears.
What does it say about crates?
What does it say about crate? What do you
Come
mean?
to persecute. A man's got.
What crates?
I had a feeling. Does this charm bracelet mean anything to you? No. I don't know why Reagan kept a charm bracelet in his safety deposit box, but I guess he wanted to keep it safe.
Play it. Your partner has played it, yeah. My friend, I haven't played this in years. Oh, wait, The Office. Not The Office. Austin Paris. The backstage. Maybe. Do you have any lamps back here? Cosmetics. It's a stretch, but.
Have you been back
What did
into the
Troll
wharf?
cause?
What is the ship? Could be back there, maybe. Yeah, there's nothing back here. No crates. It's just nothingness except a bollard. Warehouse. You can't get to the warehouse anymore. It's closed off now. I'm trying to think who would want to know about it. Temple Score Gods, I guess we got Malachite. Have we completed 4? I did when I was like 12. When I was really young. Played it years ago, I think, when it actually came out.
Any reason you can think of why a person would keep an empty envelope safe?
Just because it looks empty doesn't mean it is. There could be a hyperspatial vortex in there, a link to some trans-dimensional cache.
Nope. I'm pretty sure it's just an empty envelope.
Luton, you never know.
Malachite,
Luton.
I need your help.
They'll all need my help sooner or later. They just don't know it yet.
I'll have to go.
Oh no, I didn't mean to fucking click off the bloody...
I need your...
Hey. Right, tell me about the necklace.
Does this charm bracelet mean anything to you?
Well, it's a Gluckding carved out of serendipitous redwood from Uberwald, I'd guess.
What does it do?
It brings luck.
Good luck or bad luck?
Both. First, it brings good luck, little stacks of felicitous circumstances. But sooner or later, the wielder pays for any good luck with a massive dose of bad luck.
Get his fireplace 2 conquers.
Omelette of doom delivered by a mad
Don't know how we'll do that though.
god.
Great. A mad god's omelet. Do you want it?
Are you insane? Give it to someone who's desperate.
Who's desperate? Who? Oh, maybe the other guy in here.
I have some more questions.
Casino. Oh yeah.
If you must.
The guy who's got like no luck at all.
This mean anything to you?
Puh. A child's charm bracelet, nothing compared to the power of Anu.
Nanu.
I had a feeling.
Okay, right. So we're gonna go.
Well, I'll be on my way.
We'll go to the thingy now then. The casino. No, that's the mausoleum, Dan.
To the mausoleum.
I keep overshooting my mouse.
Stop doing it.
It's annoying. You have to talk to just to talk to the other guy. No, I don't want to talk to you.
Time to Hello again, Warb.
Luton.
Luton.
I had a feeling that Warb might be interested in the charm bracelet, but I didn't know what he had to offer me yet. The one thing I knew about gambling was that you kept your cards hidden until you needed them.
Bruh.
This is an envelope that belonged to Reagan. Have you seen it before?
No, I don't think so.
You're not sure?
Sometimes it's like hard to be certain of like, well, anything.
Very useful.
Maybe I'll... Can we
Go
talk,
away.
or do I have to play that stupid game again?
Business is slow.
It's slow. You know, it's pretty slow.
I think this charm bracelet belonged to Reagan. Do you recognize it?
Sure. He used to wear that on the few occasions that he gambled, and that wasn't very often.
And when he didn't use it, it went in his safety deposit box?
I guess so. He used to hang on to it like his life depended on it when he played.
That doesn't help me
This
at all.
envelope belonged to Reagan. Did you ever see him with it?
Sure. He carried it around the casino sometimes. I never knew what was in it, though.
Did he show it to anyone?
I guess. I don't know who, though.
Fucking helpful. Both of you.
Time to
I mean, what do you expect?
What about you, random
I really
thing?
didn't.
I hate this so much. It is really frustrating. Alright, let's try and talk to Ilsa again. This is so annoying. Yeah, it's still not
I'm
English
back.
yet.
How's Two Conkers?
A little better, I think.
I don't know what else to talk to about. I really don't. I'm so stuck right now. We've talked to death about the other stuff.
Does he know?
No.
Like archaeology, we talked about that.
So
what we talked about
If
that.
all these
Yeah, there's nothing else to talk about.
I'll be back.
Can I give him the... can I give him the bracelet, maybe? Charm?
Two Conkers.
Oh, fuck Two Conkers.
I'm back.
She's not helpful at all.
I'll be back.
What's in the book? The only new thing we've got, D, is the bestial attacker.
He was.
Maybe can we link it to someone else?
There didn't seem to be any obvious connection to Carla.
Or is there? There's not really much more. The only other person I can think to talk to is the rooftops. Is the bloody gargoyle.
I'm back.
Hey, hello, Hunt Drain.
It just says like I don't really want to talk to about herself.
Is there anything more you can tell me about this bestial attacker?
Nah, nothing springs to mind.
Does this charm bracelet mean anything to you?
Sorry, I can't help you with that.
I had a feeling.
Oh my god.
Do you mind if I come back?
Huh?
I don't know what like. There's nothing we can use the heat thing on. Maybe we go to bloody Mr. Dumbass.
I need your help again, Nobby.
Well, okay, I suppose.
Helpful as always.
Okay.
Does this charm bracelet mean anything to you?
No.
No.
Why do you have to lean backwards just to go,
I
no?
found this envelope, and I think it might be important. Only it's empty.
It's empty.
Why would anyone put an empty envelope in a safe place?
Maybe they were bluffing.
What do you mean?
Could have been a blackmailer's envelope.
An empty blackmail envelope?
Well, this is just an idea, but if someone thought you knew something and you convinced them it was in the envelope, you could use it to bluff.
Nobby.
It's a stupid idea, isn't it? Forget I mentioned it.
No, it's a good idea. I just can't believe you thought of it.
Hey, I'm not as dumb as I look.
You sure?
You could only be as dumb as you look, Nobby, if you were a very good actor.
Again, doesn't help me.
Well, I'm...
Didn't promise
yeah.
any help, to be fair.
I'm guessing the only other people I can think about is the all they did desk
Al?
is the Vanubil
I see
mansion
Sir has
maybe.
returned.
Sir has...
Who would Sir like to see?
Sir has.
Is the Count receiving guests?
No, but
but
he will
he
see you.
I've got a few more...
Go.
Go on.
This empty envelope belonged to Reagan. Does it mean anything to you?
An empty envelope? I don't understand.
Neither do I.
Fucking hell.
Recognize this?
Yes, I do. It is Reagan's charm bracelet. I gave it to him.
Is there something special about it?
It's been in the family for years. I'm not sure where it came from, but I believe that the charms were carved from the wood of the serendipitous redwood.
What?
They were very, very
Better
old
help.
trees, and they grew very tall, up to a mile, if the texts can be believed. The trouble was they were very top-heavy, and the slightest wind would knock them over.
How do they grow so tall?
That was they'd fall over, but they were unbelievably lucky. They'd prop themselves up against each other like a house of cards.
Lucky trees?
Oh, believe me, as a student of flora, I have seen many such strange things evolve. Strangeness is indigenous to the Discworld.
What happened to the redwoods?
Someone cut one down, and the rest came down like dominoes. They crushed the fellow with the axe, I believe.
I guess they weren't so lucky for him.
Again. No new
I'll be
clues.
back later.
No new information. I swear to God.
I see Sir has returned.
Sir has...
Who?
Oh, fucking. I think I might have to. I might
Do
have
you
to bloody
recognize
go a guide.
this?
Yes, sir.
Mind telling me what it is?
Oh, not
A
again.
charm bracelet.
I knew that.
It's not like I'm using it every
Do
2
you know
minutes. It's like
anything else
literally
about
we've
it?
tried
Yes,
we've exhausted
What?
every single
What
thing.
do you know about the
clearly
charm
have.
bracelet?
I know that Sir is
You know what I
carrying
mean.
it for one.
Forget it. I had a
Forget it.
feeling that the envelope wasn't... I think...
So soon?
Yeah. Far off. We've talked to everybody about everything though.
I'm back. I've got a few more questions.
Make it fast.
Try Leonardo last. I think maybe it's a stretch. It could be him.
Does this bracelet mean anything to you?
Well, it looks like a charm bracelet. You could probably sell it to my friend here.
Hello again,
He's a
Crichton.
sucker for that sort of thing.
Hey, I am not.
What about the poultice of protection you bought from Cut-Me-Own-Throat Dibbler?
Hey, he told me that it would protect me from fatal physical attacks for the rest of my life, and I believe him.
So do I. Probably won't protect you from the fatal blow that kills you, but it'll protect you from any fatal wounds you suffer before then.
There's one born every minute.
Well, if you're so smart, why don't you tell us about the bracelet?
If I wanted to know about the bracelet, I'd take it to the
Done
Temple of
that.
Small Gods.
Not this Malaclipse charlatan again.
Don't knock it. He knows more than you'd think he does.
That wouldn't be difficult.
We've already done that though, so that doesn't help us.
I had a feeling.
Alright, here we go. The last bloody person I can
See
think
you
of.
around.
If
Mr. fucking Wall guy.
Mr. Wall guy.
Yeah.
As far as I could...
Has Ilsa spoken about any crates?
Nope. Not at all.
It always looked much easier in the
I've
quickies.
gone through all the dialogue with her. I've gone through all the text with her. I'll try it again. I'll go back and try it again after this. But I'm hoping I've not bloody got stuck at a point, but cluttered table. Is there any, there's no like I'm still thinking it's like a light.
Go stand next to the barrels that have been thrown out the back.
You mean on the cart? Yeah. Sorry. You mean the one that are outside the window? Yeah, you use the even if you use the crowbar, he says they've already been opened. You can't do anything with them. Oh, fuck you, Luke. I'm just about used it on himself.
Hello again, Leonard.
Yes. Hello.
What are you doing?
Yeah, he's going to go back to that. Yeah, so I can't do anything with him.
Covered with wood, wire, paints, drawing materials, sketches, cartoons, and glue. The table was either...
Can't even go further out the back here. We've looked at it already, D.
Hello again.
Oh, fuck off. I didn't kick him. We've looked at it already. Like, if it's like have to be about the second time, we're annoyed.
The gaping hole had
Yeah,
been
it just says
created by
about that.
malachite to escape from the palace. Leonard liked to think of it as a window.
Yeah, that's all we get from it. From look, we've looked.
Useful though they are.
We have it. Just literally, it says about malachite made a window for, and then that's all it says from that below. Like it just does that.
The palace walls were useful for keeping intruders out and keeping the roof in place. Looking closely, I could see the
That's all you
other
get. That's
side
what
of
the
the
teacher always
hole in
says.
the wall that I'd seen from inside Leonard's cell.
And then, what else? If you go and use
These barrels had already been opened.
use it on them, barrels have been opened.
These barrels...
There's no other option.
It would...
Look at the whole malachite made from below.
Yeah, that's what I did. It just says about how he made it, yeah. Let's try Mankin again. If he has some information this time, we might get lucky.
I had a...
Right, and then... Please be you.
Does this charm bracelet mean anything to you?
No.
Swear to God. There's something we missed because I know you don't play Switch. I remember that slightly. Maybe the... No, because we couldn't give it to Gable because we tried... Yeah, we tried at Gable. Just for funsies, let's give the back the body.
I guess that charm hadn't proved all that lucky to Reagan in the long run. I
swear to God. I've tried. Right. Let's go to the location. There's nobody mausoleum. Horse, we can try after. There's nobody at the wharf. Tried your green parrot. We've tried the rooftops. We've tried Saturnalia. We've tried Northern Bridge. We've done Sophocles Yard. Rowan's workshop. Is anybody back there? No. Nobody's in Rowan's workshop. Can't use the light in that. Gildu archaeologist. Maybe we can try, but
Open up.
right. Let's try.
I had a feeling. Does this charm bracelet mean anything to you?
Yeah, stop wasting my time. Okay. Magician Palace, you can't give to that. We've gone overboard. Cafe Ankh, we can't do anything with that. Maybe try opening the barrels in the back of the cart, but no, that's either kind of looks like the cart. Right.
I rooted carefully through the receipts, and the only recent
I'm not gonna touch
purchaser
it this
was the
time.
patrician. It seems he'd bought a number of barrels of fine wine to take to the palace. I guess the golem I'd seen at the cafe was owned by Lord Veterinary. I'm back.
A little better, I think.
Right, we're going to
Does
listen
he
to
know
all the
about us?
dialogues
Two conquers.
I'm not going to touch it
No, I never told him.
Why not?
and see what
He's
it does.
my husband.
You're married?
I always
We're gonna
was,
sit here
even
and
when I
watch.
met you.
Why didn't you tell me?
It's not as simple as that. I met two conkers in Ikalpon. It was on a secret dig for the Sun Emperor, and we fell in love.
I thought the Agateans weren't supposed to know about the outside world.
That's true, but the outside world isn't supposed to know about the Agatean Empire either. Trouble is, centuries ago, their empire spread beyond the counterweight continent, and there's archaeological evidence for the strange and charmed Quack dynasties all along the Turnwise Ocean coast. The Sun Emperor sent two conkers out to cover up the evidence.
This doesn't explain why you didn't tell me you were married when we met.
Two conkers went back to the Agatean Empire, and I stayed behind. He wasn't sure I'd be safe there as an outsider. I didn't
We
think
did.
I'd ever
I
see him
think
again.
we did
He
choose
might
the
as well
option
have
for
died.
ecology, but
I
I'll
almost
play
died
it again.
too, until I met you.
Great. I was your number 2 husband.
You don't understand, Luton. I didn't love two conkers. I mean, I was infatuated with him, and he needed me. I was nothing before I met him. He gave me a purpose. He gave me a life.
Oh, that's good. Because he took mine. At least his accounts will balance. He came back, didn't he? That's why you left me.
Yes. I got a letter from him saying that the government had been overthrown, and the Empire was a new world. I wanted to tell you, but I didn't think you'd understand.
At least you got that right. So, you're Mrs. Ilsa Conkers.
No, I kept my maiden name. Our marriage was supposed to be a secret.
What a bitch.
Right, archaeology.
So you've been traveling with two conkers for quite a while now.
Yes, we've been making our way around the Circle Sea. There have been several digs.
And everything you find goes back to the Agatean Empire.
No, not now. There's no point. Most of it comes here to Ankh-Morpork. We give it to the Guild of Archaeologists, Antiquarians, and Tomb Evacuators. They have quite a collection
If
of
it
artifacts.
does it again,
That's
if
it?
it does it
You
this
spend
time,
your
I'll be
life
pissed
digging
off.
up junk that no one ever
'cause
sees?
We're
We've went
looking
through these
for
options
something.
3 times
Something
now.
two conkers wants to take back to the Agatean Empire.
What is it?
A jewel.
Jewel. Find the jewel, yes?
Tell me about this jewel.
Gold-plated jewel. Very old.
I thought the Agatean Empire had plenty of gold.
Special artifact. Gold to be making it come from Agatean Empire. Stolen by one of your gods. Great fortune to Empire if it can be returned to us.
How will you know if you found it?
Gold-plated jewel not common. This jewel be having inscription. Unquam paratas.
It means forever ready.
You don't even know if this jewel actually exists, do you?
We've just come from a dig in Sorta. It's a village near the ruins of the ancient city of Sort. We found inscriptions there of many artifacts, including this jewel. It exists, all right. We just haven't been able to find it.
Right, Sorta.
If all these inscriptions were in Sorta, what are you doing here in Ankh-Morpork?
That's just it.
Because we
The
can.
inscriptions claim that the jewel is here in Ankh-Morpork. Apparently, after the fall of Sort, the jewel was held by monks in the village of Sorta. But over 4 centuries, the Knights of the Order of the Sacred Tulip went out on quests to find it.
Why?
They were knights. They went on foolish quests all the time. It was a knight thing. I think all the different orders competed to outdo each other in foolishness. I heard the Knights of the Fairly Pink Triangle spent 2 centuries looking for a better name.
And you think one of the knights found it?
Apparently. The inscription said he took it to Ankh-Morpork, there to guard it forever.
Forever?
You know these ancient inscriptions. They have a tendency to exaggerate everything. It probably meant nearly forever.
Right, I'm going to go through all the notebook dialogue as well now. Because I swear I've gone through everything with her. I swear, if it says about the bloody wine barrels, if this is what does it, because we've already talked to her about, if this is what does it, I'm going to scream.
Do you know anything about the wine barrels the Milka was carrying?
Sorry, Luton. We don't know anything about that.
I'm trying to track some of the cargo on the Milka. A set of crates that were supposed to belong to a Varberg.
That's me, Ilsa Varberg.
Oh, you got you fucking kidding me.
We
went through.
Name was Varberg.
Fucking went through these
Names
options
weren't that
earlier.
important to us back then, if you remember.
I guess not. So the crates are yours?
Mine and 2 conkers, yes. They should be at the Guild of Archaeologists by now.
What was in them?
Artifacts from the dig in Sorta. Nothing valuable except in the historical sense.
I need to get to them.
I can get you into the guild if you want, but it'll cost you.
What do you want?
Find us somewhere safe to hide 2 conkers. He's not safe while Remora is looking for him.
That's true. But nowhere in the city is going to be safe.
This
You have to
game,
find somewhere that
it's
no
not. I've
one would
noticed it's a
even
case
think
of.
looking for him.
Do you know that dialogue you
Take
did
a miracle
3
that
times?
concealed 2
Do it once
wonders,
more.
And the
This
patrician
game, yeah.
has outlawed miracles.
I need my
That's my
tablet
price.
tonight.
If you hide 2 conkers, I'll
I
send
want
you
the thing
into
that
guild.
the zone's got
You'll
with the
never
high
get in
five.
there without me.
I'll do what I can. That's all I can do.
That's
I might,
all
I
I
might,
ask.
I might see if we can
I
get like
find
a
somewhere to hide him, you'll
monkey
take me to the
monkey ball one.
crates.
I'll get you into the guild, but you're on your own after that. That's my offer.
I want to do
Take
stuff
it
like he has, but
or
it's
leave it.
just
I'll take it.
it's the patience to get it all sorted out because he has all these transitions and that. Maybe I'll look in the future look into a stream deck, like just so I can actually have it in front of me. Because then I can go, oh look, I'll do some rain effect or something like that. What would have changed though?
If I find somewhere to hide him, you'll take me to the crates?
I'll get you into the guild, but you're on your own after that.
Alright, fucking
I'll be...
let's yeet ourselves. I'm not skimming every area. Can we just use it on the wall?
The wall had... The palace... Looking closely. The palace... Looking...
No, I selected the wrong one, Luton.
So, but I thought you wanted this one.
Right under
No.
the patrician's nose. It was just crazy enough to work. The palace... Looking...
Right. I seen. Yeah, I'll Khalid. DJ Khalid's following me. And another one.
And another one. And another one.
Congratulations, you just hid yourself.
I've done it. I found somewhere to hide him.
I don't like this game anymore. I'm
Where?
joking. I love
Where
this game.
no one would even think about looking.
It's like,
Somewhere that only the patrician and I know exists.
We'll get back. I think we're going to like
The
continue
patrician and you?
control
What
at
if the
some point.
patrician finds 2 conkers there?
2 conkers should be able to hide witut
We
too
got
much difficulty. Besides, I have a feeling that if Lord Veterinary meets two conquers, he'll have a different
Yes,
take on the
you
situation.
did it.
He doesn't like to see useful people get killed. Besides, I am sure this is the only place in Ankh-Morpork that he'll be safe from remorse.
It's Pokemon tomorrow, by the way. 7 hours, 6,
much better in
5.
Sure, he's not still delirious.
I think 7 hours of Pokemon
Let's go.
tomorrow.
Hello again, Leonard.
It's gotta be a lot.
Hello. I'm afraid
I'll see if the game's even that long.
Throwing tablet with the spinning blades radiating
Apparently he's got over 800 Pokemon in it.
The device flew alright, but only in a downward
I hope
trajectory.
they're telling truth. It's not like, oh yeah, from the 800 Pokemon there's like 10.
Yes, I call it a flapping
That's what they
wing
did with
flying
the
device, but it isn't working
game.
yet.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there's
Be my guest.
Are you to be considering
was it
the increasings of
150
the
Pokemon.
altitude?
The span of the wings? I considered it, but the weight is still the
But
problem.
then they went, let's
What
only
if
put
you be
60
using
in.
bombastic
Like,
wood for the frame?
dude.
It hadn't occurred to me that two
I mean, you have to
conquerors
you have
had any
to
practical skills.
you'll have to
But I
Google it
guess
or
you
something
didn't
like
carry
how many
out complex
Pokemon.
excavations without learning a
Apparently
thing or
Ekans
two
was
about
supposed to be in
engineering. I left him to get to know
in the
Leonard
original.
and hooked up with
Someone
Ilsa.
found it in the
She
code.
had a deal to keep.
Shafted them all. Like,
It's probably the
With
size.
two conquers safely hidden away, Ilsa kept her word.
Again,
She
sitting
took
there
me
at
straight to
64.
the guild and signed me in as her personal
Da, da,
guest.
da, 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 da.
same console and yeah.
Oh my god, it's Lara
more
Croft.
stuff. Pointy boobs.
Is this supposed to be this song's supposed to be like is this supposed to be like the da, da, da. It's like Indiana Jones and like da, 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 da. Ah, nice fireplace.
Keep your grubby little hands away from that.
Is that supposed to be fucking Lara Croft?
Excuse me.
It's Lara Croft.
Looks like her.
That depends on what you want.
I'm new here. I'm just trying to get a feel
Who are
for
you?
the place.
Are you a member?
Not yet.
What's your name?
Luton.
Laredo Kronk. Pleased to meet you, I'm sure.
Laredo Kronk, Lara Croft, yeah.
All mine.
Of course it is. So you're a guest, are you?
Is that a bad thing?
Only in so much as 8 out of 10 guests who confessed a preference stole something before disappearing.
I'm not going to steal anything, trust me.
No, I think you're wrong. You are going to steal something, but don't worry about it. Almost everything the Guild of Archaeologists owns is stolen, and frankly, they should expect people to steal from them.
Do you steal from them?
Golly, no! I never
Golly.
steal from any building less than
Golly,
1,000 years
no.
old, and with really exciting
Good
puzzles.
golly, Miss Mott.
I don't do anything like exciting puzzles. Me too.
So, what do you do for a living?
I'm a tomb evacuator.
And what does that involve?
It's a lot of fun. It means breaking into ancient buildings within which no man or woman has walked for thousands of years, apart from whoever it is who leaves all those medical kits, of
stealing
course,
everything.
and working my way through fiendish traps and puzzles, and eventually stealing some priceless treasure.
And do you sell the treasure?
Goodness, no! I'm far too well-bred for that. I bring it here, and have to watch as they slam it into a vault that nobody will look in.
A vault?
Forget I said that. Suffice it to say, the Guild of Archaeologists has a priceless collection of artifacts, but no one gets to see them.
Isn't that a waste?
Well, nobody said archaeology was rewarding.
Why do you do it then?
For the excitement, silly, and the fame. Everyone has heard
Silly?
of Laredo Kronk.
I hadn't.
Well, most people have. I was on the front cover of Archaeologists Monthly twice last year.
I don't read it.
Those long words can be so tiresome, can't they?
So, what does a
long
tomb
words.
evacuator
do?
Nothing special.
Evacuator.
I break into places where priceless antiquities have been locked away for centuries.
I wonder if
overcome the
I don't
elaborate
read it as a
convoluted
reference to
security systems,
Pennywise.
defeat my rivals, and make away with the
I don't
treasure.
read it. The
Typical
words
day's
are
work, really.
awfully long,
So,
aren't they?
You must be pretty rich then.
Oh, I've got absolutely pots of money. Anyway, the whole thing with the tombs and so on is
That's
just
a very
hobby.
far
But of
stretch,
course
but it
it's
might
great for
be a
making
reference.
What? Among fiendish tomb-guarding monsters?
No, I kill all those. I meant people are always asking me things like, how do you get to the third ledge in the tomb of Tex-Mex cuisine? What's a walkthrough?
Never heard of it.
People are always asking me for one. I hope it's nothing to do with sex.
Fuck, my fucking
My
thought.
mind just boggled. Sorry. Broken into anywhere interesting, have you?
Well, I knocked over the Grand Temple of Offla several times. Such sillies.
I've never played a
Every
Tomb
time
Raider
you get
game
the
like
Tear of Offler back, I take it.
not the
It's
old
getting
ones
a bit
anyway.
boring recently. Then there's the Catacombs of Genua and the Temple of Anu Anu at Al-Khali. I don't know, it's all a little routine. I'd like to do something new for a change.
Ever thought about retiring?
I'd love to, but the public seem to want me.
They want you for another 10 years, and then they'll give up on you, and then they'll want you back
vaults.
again.
I told you to forget I mentioned that.
I take it all the treasure that people find is kept in vaults under the guild.
I shouldn't discuss that with you since you're only a guest.
Worried I'm going to steal something?
Worried? No. I'm certain you're going to steal something. I just don't care.
Why not?
I'm very philosophical about this sort of thing. It's like I said, everything in the guild is stolen. It seems only fitting that someone else should get to steal it back. Assuming they can overcome the traps, of course.
It sounds like an Indiana Jones thing.
Do you know what this is?
Looks like some kind of charm bracelet from Uberwald. Might have some value, but it's obviously not very old. There are far more interesting artifacts out there if you're interested, and just a little foolhardy.
See, if this was a modern game, that'll be
I mean, if you're prepared to
that'll be
spend your
Nate
typical day dodging poison darts, falling weights,
from
pit traps and mechanical
Uncharted, isn't it?
spears.
Does this mean anything to you?
It's a coin.
I'd say it was either a Sortian or a Sortie's coin. Not especially valuable.
What's the difference?
Between Sortian and Sorties, about 2,000 yards. Sort was a city, the site of the famous Sortian Wars. And Sorta is a village, the site of the famous Sortian Wars tourist trade. Where did you get it?
It's not important.
You stole it, didn't you?
No.
No.
Oh, come on, I can see it in your eyes. Don't worry.
Technically,
I'm
we
proud
took it
of
off
you.
someone else.
The disc needs more tomb evacuators. We're really not that common. And there seems to be a never-ending supply of tombs, catacombs, pyramids, ziggurats,
Very true.
burial chambers, wrecks, caves, lost cities, temples, mines, crypts, mazes, barrows, castles, forts, vaults, swamps, chasms, labyrinths, mountains, mausoleums, tunnels, and dungeons to raid.
Tunnels and dungeons.
And trolls and dragons. You'll get the hang of it, I'm sure.
Oh dear.
I had a feeling that the envelope was...
I kind of feel like I'm supposed to use it on the...
Does this mean anything to you?
I'm afraid I wouldn't know anything about that.
Oh, I was hoping the crowbar. He's like, oh, I know. I have a friend who works in a thingy. Like
I really didn't
in
want
a
to talk to
lab.
anyone about the grappling iron. I was broke.
I expressed the urge to ask money from this really
Thanks
rich
for your
person.
time.
No problem.
Right, we've got a fireplace. I wonder if we can use the envelope on it.
Honestly, you're like a little child. Leave it alone.
No.
You mustn't. You don't.
There was...
Honestly, don't.
The fireplace was home. There was something distracting about it, but I couldn't work out what.
What?
Honestly, don't. Honestly.
No, let me touch the fucking thing. Do you have to leave it?
Leave that alone. Keep your grubby little...
She won't let me...
Of course you won't.
I don't know what to do now. Yeah. Don't. 2xdd her. Oof. Cat jam. I feel like you're using the Twitch beta Twitch or something thing. In that case, you won't get anything on my stream probably. That's fine.
The fire... There was some...
Laredo, just bugger off so I can mess the fire.
I don't wanna.
I really didn't... I had... Laredo Kronk, the upwardly nubile tomb evacuator and the focus of the fantasies of 1,000 post-pubescent adolescents. I had to admit there was something about her.
Oh dear. So it seems to be that there's a bookcase and there's literally a hinged book, but she won't let us near it. Like, you stop that, will you?
Don't touch that.
How are you doing, Tyrant, anyway?
Probably need to distract her somehow.
I'm back.
Apparently so.
Back in black. I was gonna. Did we already? Oh no, we didn't. Did we? We didn't actually talk to her about anything about. I went straight for the items.
See.
I've heard that a bestial
Yeah, it's because I'm
attack is loose on
tired.
the city.
Try and imagine how much I care.
Hmm.
There's always something to blame.
Yes, it's always
Do you
my
know a
tired.
troll by the name of Horst?
Jasper Horst. Yes, I know him. Horst and I go way back. And I don't mean that in a good way.
How do you know Horst?
You could say that he and I are rivals. We have this uncanny habit of turning up in the same place at the same time, looking for the same archaic treasure.
You sound bitter.
Well, I always win, of course. But that doesn't mean I don't resent his interference.
Must keep your life interesting, though.
Perhaps. I could stand a little less excitement in my life, though.
From all them animals you kill.
Do you know anything about Reagan's murder?
Sorry, I can't help you with that.
Who is this Reagan you're talking about?
Is his name Donald?
What do you know about the counterweight killings?
Sorry, I'm not interested in politics.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm not.
Can you think of any
interested
reason
in
that Mundy
politics.
might have been hung upside down before he was killed?
Sorry, I can't help.
What do you know about the murder of Mount Malachite?
Sorry,
Sorry.
Sorry.
Do you know Ilsa and the two Conkers? I understand they're members of the guild.
Why, of course. I have a lot of respect for them. Of course. They do all that boring excavation work, which isn't really my thing. Still, someone has to do the boring stuff, I guess. Not everyone can lead an exciting, action-packed life like me.
Like me.
Do you know a
I'll pass
dwarf named Al-Kali?
Oh, yes. One of Horst's cronies. Well, some of the time. We've sparred with each other a couple of times.
What do you make of him?
He's a treacherous, rat-like man. And you do well to stay away from the likes of him.
I couldn't have said
I
it
talk
better
to Just
myself.
about Lara Croft. Yeah.
What do you know about a woman named Carlotta?
They're no one I've had the pleasure of meeting.
Wait, the fucking instant reply though. No one ever knows.
Does 3712V mean anything to you?
Absolutely.
Care to tell me what it means?
No, but I promise that the answer is here somewhere in the guild.
Why do I not like the way you said that?
Probably because you have a strong survival instinct.
I don't understand.
You will sooner or
I
later.
don't
Mark my words.
understand. Azil.
Does Azil mean anything to you?
No. it
The
shouldn't
mad
mean anything to
Ascari of
you
the
either.
Great Neff. Ah, yes. I think I raided his tomb a couple of years ago. Didn't get much, frankly, but what I have is down in the vaults.
The vaults?
Damn. Anyone would think I was
Damn.
trying to encourage you to break into the vaults beneath the guild, where centuries of priceless treasures have accumulated.
It's all
Hint,
protected
hint.
by a hideously complex and brutal security system, isn't it?
Hey, you're pretty... Yes, I designed it myself. You'll like the sawtoothed doors.
The what?
What? Alright, let's leave this godforsaken
Thanks for your
place.
No problem.
Alright, let's go to
Mr. B, it
horse.
is always I trust you.
Oh, I wonder if it was like, oh yeah, she's got the sword.
I'm a patient.
Right, sword.
It's like, what have I told you?
Oh, too far.
A woman named Laredo Crunk is in town. It seems to me that you might know her.
Laredo is here in Ankh-Morpork. Really? I thought that we had dealt with her in the temples of Tezuman. She is full of surprises, that one. Would you do me a favor, sir, as one friend to another?
Perhaps. It depends on the favor.
But of course, your prudence continues to speak well of you. I'd like for you to arrange a meeting with Laredo for me.
It seems as if I'd be doing you a favor. It seems as if I should be getting something in return.
Very well. Arrange this meeting for me, and we can discuss the sword in detail.
Honestly, don't care about the sword.
Works for me. I'll go give her the news. I can't guarantee she'll turn up, though.
Oh, she'll come. We have much to discuss.
Right.
I'll be back.
Progress. Progress. Wow. Right. Guilty archaeologists. Skip. To door. Right. Yo, Lara. Do.
I'm back.
Lara Croft.
Apparently so.
Oh.
I've got a message for you from
Horst. He's
Horst is in
He's got a bad throat.
Absolutely. He wants to meet with you to discuss certain matters arising.
Super.
I have to say that it's probably a trap.
Of course it's a trap. That's what makes it interesting. I'll see you later, Luton.
Best of luck.
Don't
You too.
steal
Laredo made her way over to
anything.
Horst's quarters
Wink.
and didn't look back. I had no idea what the two had to talk about, but I was sure it would lead to a new and exciting adventure, one even more complex and challenging than her last. For the time being, at least, Laredo was out of the way.
She's dead.
She died. She got straight up murdered.
She was straight up
I heard
mutilated.
a click, and the next thing I knew, the fireplace was revolving. I
Almost.
won't bore you with the details of the guild's security system. After all, if you've seen one intricate and fatal collection of pits and traps,
It was like an
you've pretty much seen
FNV.
them all. Suffice to say, it took a lot of trial and error, some scorched eyebrows,
Oh,
more
you
years than I could count.
don't have to say all that stuff he did.
There's no point.
We haven't got the budget.
I wasn't about to steal.
I'm saying fucking read it, you
Up
fucking
on the
moron.
wall of Vault 51 was a sign reading, "Unseen securities, magical alarms."
See, if this was around the time of Fallout, that would have been a reference to Fallout.
Like this needed the best security around.
Vault 51. Doot.
I punched away.
Oh, hold on. That if this'll work.
That had nothing to.
Okay.
There.
Yeah. This is a security system. The other thing I was going to try is the code in the notebook. Notebook.
Notebook.
Yeah.
Bookie work.
What deals with them? Who deals with them?
It's the security system by the Unseen University guys. And the person who said was working for that university.
I didn't
The
know what
unseen
the
security
runes meant.
was that
Otherwise, I could try punching
unlucky
it.
guy at the casino.
Yeah.
If you needed that information.
There we go, yeah, that helps. Thank you. Thank you to both of you.
Welcome.
Can we talk?
I retain small bits of information.
Time to. The croup-
It could sometimes
Hello
come in
again,
handy.
Orb.
Luton.
Luton.
Does three?
I'm afraid.
Right, so do I have any information?
Sounds like he's telling off a dog. Newton.
It's not very nice.
Nice.
I don't know how to ask him.
You a regular in here?
I guess I'm.
Did you not
You
get any,
Maybe I'll see.
Oh shit, I just saw it. So,
Hello. You a
fans and speak?
don't.
Well, glad it's.
Well,
unlucky.
Unseen
Maybe I'll
University.
Oh my god.
I think this charm bracelet is worth something to you.
We wanted to, he said
The
before
charms are
about like,
carved
oh
from
yeah,
That's what
serendipitous
happens when you
redwoods.
Don't
It's
trade
a
in it.
genuine luck bringer.
Where did you get
no,
it? And if it's so lucky,
I wasn't because I was
why
Whisper. I
do you
mean,
want to give it to me?
It used
I
to belong
remembered
to Reagan, and I'm not going to
that you
give it
couldn't
to
give
you,
it to him before because
but I
he
might
said,
trade it to you.
"Oh, I've got no
Reagan,
reason
the
to
dwarf,
unless he
yeah.
wants to trade
I
for
remember seeing
information."
him wear it at the tables.
I
Do
only
you
skim
think that was
past what
why
I've
he
already
always
listened to.
won?
I'm no expert, but anything's possible.
I also be
You're
just sitting there for another 10
right.
minutes
I'm
just
interested.
listening to the same
What do you
dialogue.
want for it?
What have you got?
I haven't got any money. Actually, I don't think I've got anything of any value to offer at all.
I guess we'll just have to think of something.
Okay.
Do I talk to him again now?
Hello again.
Luton.
Ah, we go, Vault 51.
I have an idea of what you can trade me for the bracelet.
Go
Yep.
on.
The thing
You
has
work
changed,
for
but it's like the
unseen
dialogue seems
securities,
to stay
right?
the same. It's
Yeah.
usually
Well,
a
I'm
case
going
of
to get
choosing a
into
different
Vault
option.
51 under the Guild of Archaeologists, and you can help me.
But
No.
it only seemed to change when
That's
I
a
gave him the
bad
necklace. So
idea. I could get into serious trouble.
I don't know. We
Face
can
it,
discuss
Ward,
this all
your
night.
life's a
But
mess. You've got nothing to lose.
I think a lot of it
This
is as well my
charm
attention
bracelet
just
is as good
wanes
as
at
it
this time,
seems.
like when I'm
It could
tired.
make a world of difference to you.
This is what work does to me.
If they traced a
To me.
back to me, my life wouldn't be worth living.
In the first place, no one is going to know I broke in. And in the second place, there's no reason they need to trace it back to you. And in the third, your life is already not worth living. What difference is this
You know, I'll
going
be
to
right.
make?
Oh,
Sure.
maybe you're right. All right, I'll do it.
How do I switch off the security system for Vault 51?
I don't know what their watchword is, but all the unseen security systems have a back passage.
What's that?
It's a way to switch them off that only we know about.
What is it?
You'll have to find the rune panel.
What's it look like?
It's a small panel with runes marked on it. You touch the
Duh.
right runes in sequence to switch
Use
it
your
off.
brain.
What's the sequence for the back passage?
Give me the bracelet first.
Here you are. Now, what's the sequence for the back passage?
Whatever the runes are on the panel, make an X starting in the top left and finishing in the bottom left. That's the back passage.
A pleasure doing business with you, Warb.
You won't tell anyone about this, will you?
Don't worry, I'm feeling honorable today.
Yes.
Got a clue.
Today.
Maybe I'll...
Yeah. Maybe I'll.
Maybe I'll what?
Nobody will ever know. I don't know why we can't just skip straight to the vault thing. Right.
Because that's not the point.
Right, Luton. No, don't. Why are you fucking... No. Why? Oh, no.
What? You gotta find the rune panel.
He's stuck. No.
Uh-oh.
Oh, thank God.
This is how-
Alright, save. I got stuck at the back bit. Luckily, I could click outside the screen. Right. This time, don't be a fucking twat and walk straight into the laser grid and get stuck.
Just as Warb had told me, I made an X on the control panel. I just hoped he was telling the truth.
I mean, literally, the whole thing is just an X on the door. The big clue there. Looks like Mr. T from RE2. Mr. T? You mean from
Vault 51. I
the
couldn't
A-Team?
deny it. It made a big
He
impression
means
on
the
me.
big,
Not
big
quite as
I
big
know,
an impression
I
as some
know.
of the traps on the way would
I
have
know,
done,
I was
but
just
at
making
least
a
the
joke.
impression it was making
I
wasn't
pitied a
bad.
fool.
bad joke.
It was not a bad joke.
I didn't have...
Hey, Dante.
I didn't...
I know Dante was talking about it because Dante's the Resident Evil nerd. I just thought...
You tried.
I didn't try. I was successful. It's just, my humour's too good for you. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to like... Oh, I know what I was supposed to... I'll use the thing from the book now, can't I? So I use the code. Several pages. Thanks for hopping anyway, man. Appreciated. Right. All the way back. All the way back. There we go. Yeah, sleep well, Dante. Peace.
Night, buddy.
Buddy old pal friend.
Buddy old pal, man.
I worked my way around the vault towards Exhibit 3712V.
There was nothing. Luton. You okay there, buddy?
Luton.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I thought it was a cutscene. I used to, because look, if you look, right, if I move the cursor screen, it looks like a cutscene where he's just looking around, like.
There wasn't much I could do to the
Except use a crowbar.
Great idea. Shame it won't work unless you're a play tester or you've hacked the game.
Wait, what?
Great idea. Shame it won't work unless you're a play tester or you've hacked the game.
Is that an Easter egg?
Maybe.
Great idea. Shame it won't work unless you're a play tester.
I wonder if that's because remember the crowbar was invisible. I think we aren't supposed to discover that because the crowbar was on the crate, but it was like slightly invisible, meaning because we can use it on anything. Remember, so we weren't supposed to have it, but so that's a bit of an Easter egg, I guess.
Great idea. Shame it won't work unless you're a play tester or you've hacked the game.
I like that. I'm gonna save that as a Easter egg. I'd like to come back to that at some point because I don't think I've seen it ever on the internet. I'm guessing we use the diamond.
Tooth scored through the cabinet's glass like an accountant through a rich man's wallet. I smashed the tall urn into tiny pieces, and inside was the golden sword. Finally, this was
You
it.
found the sword, finally.
The artifact that Carlotta, Horst, and who knows how many other people were looking for. Frankly, it was a bit of an anticlimax. I expected it to at least glow a little, or perhaps sing to itself quietly, or hum with the stolen souls of 1,000 men. But it just felt cold and hard in my hand, like any other sword. Suddenly it came over me that everything would go wrong. It sounds crazy, but it's true, so help me. I couldn't hear my footsteps. It was the walk of a dead man.
Okay. What do we have in the... Oh no, we can't do that one anymore. Do we still have the Easter egg from before? Let's save. No, it's chimpan. So I just found because I was looking for like Easter egg thing. Apparently the one I've actually found apparently wasn't actually supposed to be found.
Oh.
So that's pretty fun. I found a. I'll have to like. Yeah, I'll have to like clip that at some point and sort of upload that. Right, gonna load an earlier save because there is.
It was as.
Oh fuck's sake! Yeah, everybody. See that the crowbar is invisible, which I guess mean we weren't supposed to pick it up. I mean that's why he's saying like unless you're a game tester or a hacker. So we're just gonna open this up. And right, so we're gonna.
Years ago.
We'll come back to the other one in a second, but I just want to show a few Easter eggs. So, what was it? Oh my god, it's not letting me do it now. Right, so... Oh, double click, okay.
Swanky music.
It's not doing it. It's not doing it. Oh, okay. So... I didn't do it, hold on. So there's an Easter egg. So you double click on each corner. And oh, it's not doing it. Have I got to like do it precisely? I don't know if I have to be like pixel perfect on each one.
Possibly.
If this doesn't work this time, I'll give up. Okay, so basically, it's supposed to be the Easter egg sound every time you go in location, and Imp goes, "Rightio!" So, yeah. The next one is this one we couldn't do. Some we can't do, but yeah. So apparently, if you use names on the mirror, it's supposed to be an Easter egg as well. So I was just looking at the Easter eggs while that cutscene played out, because I was like curious about it.
The reflection of 3712V looked like VSITE. V-site? What the hell was that supposed to mean? Sapphire had a...
No, I don't know that. Right, what's the other one? There's a Carlotta.
Carlotta backwards looked a bit like Atodrad.
What else is there? There's Malachite. We can't do the Malachite one.
Alkali backwards looked like Ijakja. The mirror was...
I feel like he had a lot of fun. I feel like he had a lot of fun doing these. Horst.
Horst in the mirror looked like Titu Raw.
Oh dear. Come on, let me select it. It's the last one. You seriously not let me select it, you stupid game. Okay.
Ilsa and Two Conkers didn't look like much of a couple, even in the mirror.
Ooh. Ooh. That's a big oof.
It all...
Burn.
Just let me click you, Luton. There we go.
Yeah.
Last one.
The reflection of Azil looked like 3 Jisa, even more meaningless.
Alright, let's go back to a normal save now. Alright, so now, where are we off to? Or do we get anything back? I can't remember. Oh, is he stuck in the bloody corner again? So we got the
The
falchion.
golden sword had already caused me a lot of trouble. I had a feeling it was going to cause a lot more before long.
Alright, let's go back to thingy then.
When I made it out of the guild alive, I thought I was home free. But there was something wrong. I couldn't put my finger on it, but I knew I was in danger. I'm not a suspicious man, but I am a cautious man. I decided then and there to start running, and not look back until my office door was safely locked behind me. But something else had plans for me not to make it that far.
It's obviously, you remember this at the start of the game. So apparently the Easter egg was actually is a case of modern PCs glitching out the game. Attempting to use a crowbar to smash a glass case, the glitch response. Great idea, showing only work with the better, you know. Since you were supposed to have lost the crowbar by that point, a glitch caused the item to reappear in the spot where you found it. Though for shame, Mr. Beta Tester.
I was thinking about whether or not I was dead. The anthropomorphic entity with the scythe hadn't turned up, so I figured I was either alive or
Little doggy's
undead.
down there.
And it didn't take me long to work out which.
Woof woof.
You're a goddamn werewolf.
Woof woof. A woo woos. Yeah, like he
I
said.
wandered through the streets in a daze, not really knowing what was going on. At first, I couldn't make out any colors. Then gradually the city came alive with
This is
vast
my favourite
clouds
bit of
pigmentation. Against it all, there
my
was
favourite
an
bit of the game.
ever-present mist of bright green, cloying and unpleasant. There was a dissonance about it that I couldn't place, until I realized I was smelling the rank odor of the river Ankh. I was smelling the world in a way I wouldn't have thought possible. Every smell fascinated me. The resonant scents combined into a
You're a
symphony.
little strange.
Every street was an opera, every lamppost an invitation. I don't know how long I wandered the streets. It's hard to tell which way is up when your world has been turned upside down. I ended up back where I started because I didn't know what else to do. Plus, my coat was in the coffin, and Ankh-Morpork is a bad neighborhood to be caught naked in.
Business out CD2. I've done it.
Woof, woof.
I haven't got anything to eat, if that's what you want.
Woof, woof, woof.
I haven't got any idea what's going on either.
Woof, bloody woof.
Hey,
That's pretty sharp. Most people don't catch on to that.
what did you say?
Woof, woof.
You can talk, can't you? I mean, really talk.
Nothing gets past you, does it?
Nothing.
How did you do that?
Well, I can sort of talk.
Nonsense. If there was a talking dog in Ankh-Morpork, I'd have heard about it.
Well, the thing is, most
We've
people
heard about it now.
don't seem to notice
Yep.
it.
Yeah, right. Like you wouldn't notice a talking dog.
Seems like
You've noticed
people
it.
only see what they expect to see.
How philosophical of you.
I just calls them as I see them.
So how come I can tell you can talk?
I don't claim to understand it, I just do it.
Do you know what's happened to me?
I'm guessing you didn't know you were a werewolf till you woke up this morning.
I'm a
It's sort of alluded to the entire
that
game.
explains what's happening to me. I thought somebody slipped something into my embalming fluid.
First order of business is to train you up then.
Hold it right there. I don't need your help.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. Look at yourself.
Yeah,
What's
you
your name?
Luton. I'm a private investigator. Well, I was. Then I was dead. Then I was... well, a werewolf, I suppose. I guess I spoke too soon. Maybe I do need your help. What's your name?
Gaspard the Wonder Dog.
The Wonder
The
Dog.
Wonder Dog?
Hey, don't knock the name. I was named after the famous Gaspard.
Never heard of him.
Most people haven't. He belonged to an old man in Ankh many years ago. When the old man died and was buried, Gaspard lay down on his grave and howled for a couple of weeks, growling at anyone who came near. Then he died.
And they called him the Wonder Dog because he was such a paragon of doggy faithfulness and loyalty.
Until they discovered that his tail had been trapped under the stone, yeah.
How do you think I became a werewolf?
Well,
Not the being trapped, but it's just the fact he's like, oh, that was just because he got trapped.
Right, lesson 1. Don't correct me grammar. All right?
Sorry.
Okay, well, once I've trained you, I suggest that the first thing you do is try and work out how you got infected.
Infected?
With lycanthropy. It's the blood disease that werewolves have. Now, since you don't have any cubhood memories of romping with your pack, I reckon it's a safe bet that you got infected somehow.
So someone I know is a werewolf.
Who could it be?
Give the wolf a cigar.
So can I change between being a wolf and a man at will?
Sort of. There's a certain way the change works.
The change?
There's 2 things you've got to learn about being a werewolf.
Playing another werewolf game
and the
next
change.
week.
The nose?
Yeah, the nose. Werewolves have a unique perception of the world, a sort of a different point of smell.
I've noticed
Point
that.
of smell.
I can see scents as colours, and they have a certain feel about them too.
Those colours are unique. Each smell has its own signature colour. So you can tell whether or not someone has been somewhere by whether or not you can see their scent there.
Even as a man?
No. Only when you're a wolf.
And how do I switch between forms?
That's what the change is all about. It's a skill you've got to learn how to do. Now, you've already used it to turn into a wolf. Soon, you'll be able to change whenever you wanna.
How did I change this time if I didn't know how?
That's why I have a good sense of smell.
That's the other thing about the change. You have to change at the full moon. I guess that's what brought this on.
I
in
have
the
a bad
first
sense of
place.
smell.
Other times, it's
Except when it's
voluntary.
food.
So can
Got
I
spidey
change
sense for
now?
that.
Give it a try.
I can
At
just smell
first I
like
didn't
food a
know what
mile
to
off of that.
do, But Gaspard
But any other
taught
smells,
me
I'm like,
for it.
Right. So.
Then, when I could see
Oh,
the
Jesus.
world in all its psychedelic glory,
Oh, they do have it like a
Gaspard started
PlayStation.
teaching me about the nose.
You look around. Tell me what you see. As a wolf.
There's a lot of colours.
I'm going to say the PlayStation had the icons at the
I
bottom,
can
but.
see how you
yeah.
became a private investigator. You get a lot more information about scents with your werewolf senses. You can see them as colours.
I can see a mist of bright green surrounding everything. And there's something that looks like a long stream of purplish red cloud with some tiny fluorescent greenish yellow purple specks in it. Also, there's a ground fog of some kind of unpleasant blue.
Well, the bright green is the stench of the River Ankh. No mistake in that. That long stream of cloud sounds like the scent of someone having gone through the cemetery recently. Does it smell like a privy carpet?
No, it smells like Carlotta, but with less treble.
Well, it wasn't me then. I guess I'm the ground fog of unpleasant blue.
Who was it?
I don't know who it was, but it was someone.
I can't see my own scent.
Well, that's normal. You're so used to being around it that it's invisible to you.
That's why we
That's
can't see our
handy
own
for me.
noses.
What with my stench and all.
So I can follow the purplish scent to find this
You
person.
cross-eye.
If you
Close
and
one eye.
assuming you don't lose
It's
the
also
trail,
a case
other
of,
smells eventually drown scents out,
when you
especially out on the streets.
are aware of it.
What about the coruscating dots?
No.
What's it like?
I can't see it and I'm aware of it.
It's like flashing green, yellow, purple.
Me peripherals.
Is it like mature mould with an
I'm a
earthy
werewolf.
echo?
No.
Ain't we all
It's
day,
not
ain't we
you
all?
then. Don't know what it is.
I'm a
See
hybrid.
where else you find it, and you might
I'm a
be able
monkey.
to work out what it is.
According to Gaspard, I could learn a
Mine's
lot
a
from
werewolf, there's a
comparing
vampire.
different scents. I figured that could come in
James is a
handy in my
werewolf,
line of work.
Anthony's a
Assuming I could change
Stacey's
back
a
to being
vampire.
human, that is. I gave it my best shot.
Joe is a vampire.
I'm allergic to sawdust.
Nicely done.
I learned from a master.
I could
I'm
never be a
allergic
carpenter.
to plants.
Apart from the full moon,
Although
you
I
can
am
be
allergic
whatever
to the
you
sun,
want to be.
so there you go.
But as of the full moon, you're sniffing lampposts with the rest of us.
Act 3. That was a long act, that was.
Just trying to establish stuff.
Yeah. Oh, they don't have it. So, on the PlayStation, regardless, right, you still have your icons at the bottom. Like, when we do we have it when we turn to a werewolf. On the PlayStation, though, it has them all the time throughout the whole game, and I preferred like that way. I was a bit sad when I was, like, played the PC version as well, and I was like, oh. It's like, I guess I can't do it that easy, which is why I'm frustrated when I have to click on loot just to get the thing up.
There's a letter at my graveside.
Who's it from?
Ilsa.
Who's Ilsa?
An old flame of mine from the good old
I've been
days.
streaming for 2 hours and
How
46
old?
minutes. Yeah.
Old enough to be good.
What does it say?
I'm going to do the 3
It
hours. I
appears
was going
to
to
be
do
a
2.5,
love
but
Dear Luton,
I'm literally at the point,
I'm writing this
my favourite
letter
point in the
even
game.
though I know
I love
will
when you
never
turn to
have
the werewolf.
courage to give
It opens
to
up so
you.
much more of the
I have
game.
to leave Ankh-Morpork. I can't tell you why. I wish I could. These last few days have meant the world to me. But I haven't the strength to tell you to your face that I can never be yours. I am married to an Agatean man named Two Conkers.
Really?
And I thought I would never see him again. He was dead to me, and my life was empty. Please believe me. I never meant to hurt you. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. I will always look back on the Hotel Pseudopolis fondly.
You all right?
Sure. This is just one of those big emotional scenes like in the Clickies.
I suppose a bone is out of the question. Maybe a dog biscuit. Wag, wag.
Wag, wag.
Hint, hint. Lick, lick, wag, wag. Say no more. Oh, is it a thing as good as a nod to a blind man? A wink is as good as a nod to a blind man. Yeah, that was it. Wink, wink. Say no more. I need to watch the Monty Python series again.
The scent of a woman around my grave. The smell of Gaspard the Wonder Dog. Not unlike that of a privy carpet. Something had passed through the cemetery and left a very strange trail.
It smelled like
Something
farts.
had passed.
Right. Can we like go to different places?
It smelled pretty bad.
Something had passed.
So now we have a scent inventory.
Well, of course it was the same scent.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
I knew it was the same scent.
I fucking knew it was the fucking same sense, you bastard. It's like, Jesus.
My own grave. How depressing.
How depressing.
It's like, yeah, you really sound depressed.
Let's go to a different place now and turn into a werewolf. Do I have a key? I'm going to see if I've got a key. Oh, first of all, save. So we've just got new stuff. T-I-O. No. I don't think I've actually got a key for... Huh, space is like I'm collecting click. Cool. Oh, 3 is open book. Okay. 4 is open smells, and then 2 is inventory. Okay, 2 is inventory. But it's easier if I just turn. Can I? Do apple
The
now.
apple-colored scent wasn't entirely unpleasant.
Collect all my scents. Nope, not notebook. Scents. I've got all these different ones now. Cool. Human. Yes, now is the case of collecting all the scents from everybody. I don't think we can turn into a wolf here though.
Much as I'd enjoy ripping Mankin's throat out, the Octarine Path wasn't a great place to change into a wolf.
That's funny. Right,
The scent was too dispersed for me to remember it well.
magenta. Right, so who's got magenta then? I think it's Carlotta.
My killer had been here, but were they responsible for Mundy's murder? There was.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Hint of apple. Ooh.
The apple scent here was the same as in Sapphire's dressing room. I guess it belonged to Mankin, the half-elf barman.
Yeah, nice.
There was a hint.
So you got that one.
Definite.
I don't know if they made a game just based on this mechanic and that.
If there was a nice Stealthwood,
I don't think I've actually seen a game that actually has based on smells.
Call between Gaspard and Nobby for most original odor.
Ow. I'm opening the sends menu, buddy. Strong hint of navy blue. Dark blue puddle. It's just, I love blah, 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 blah. I just love this mechanic because it's like you get to collect scents and then you have to like try and find whose scents connects to who and that. So now if I go back to here with the four, I've got like thingy scent now, so I can deduce that.
Well, of course it was the same
Yeah.
scent.
Okay, I was fucking trying to prove a point.
It's not alright, man. Jesus. Calm down.
'Cause it's the fucking same scent.
What's up? Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
Alright.
Dude, man.
Oh, the thing's gone. I guess it wouldn't make sense to have it there. Whoa.
The smell of the Ankh was too strong for me to...
Too strong!
Too strong!
Magenta, magenta, magenta.
There was no mistaking it. Even against the reek of the Ankh, it was the scent of my killer. Here on the mod...
Yep.
Who did it? Who did it?
Overwhelmingly white-green fog.
The smell of the Ankh was stronger by far. Here on the...
Some magenta. I don't think there's any more in here.
Turning...
That's CD1.
Turning into a wolf wasn't... I was trying to...
In other words, we didn't program it. Blue mist. Oh, that's too bright. Blue mist. Yes, blue. Yeah, okay. So there's no new ones out for either. Carry Ankh. We do it from here.
Turning into a
Yeah, otherwise can't do it there. Can I do it here?
turning.
No. And turn it into here. Here.
I gather you have to do it whilst people aren't around.
Suppose.
It was too.
Well, red mist is obviously the barrels. That was.
I'd found a matching scent.
Traces of blue. That
The
was.
scent was very.
Blue.
The scent.
No, that's not the right one.
The scent was. There. The
It's
The
obviously.
scent was very weak,
The
and I
scent
didn't.
I guess we need. Oh, the thing is that we can't go. We can't. The red mist is definitely the wine barrels. So. I wonder if actually we can get in.
Out.
Out. DJ can lead.
I.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's just the same. Like we don't. No. Vulnerable board. No. Saturnalia. Maybe. Oh shit. Something. Oh, was that me?
There was moss on it.
I couldn't
There's
think of a
moss.
good reason to erase the chalk outline, other than the giddy thrill of vandalism. Having a chalk outline outside just didn't put people in the mood to gamble. It was probably the only time in my life I'd had an effect on high society.
Can we turn here? Oh, we can. Magenta flashing dots.
The
Dark
scent
room. Oh, please insert this too. Oh, wait, what?
I followed my murderer's trail.
Oh, okay.
back to
I was going to say, where the
Temple of
fuck is he?
Small
What,
Gods.
changed screen.
This was the other side of the window behind Mooncalf.
Moon.
I'd lost the trail. The two scents had a superficial similarity. One was more supernatural than the other, though. The trail, then... The trail...
I'm trying to get rid of it. Fucking.
It was probably... I was sure it was the same scent.
How does this help me? I doubt it was him that killed me. Can I not leave?
This was the...
I can't leave the screen. Ah, okay. Scared then. Saturnalia.
The scent was too...
Was it dark green? Dark cyan, Gaspard. Lincoln. Dark green blob.
The magenta... I guess it must...
No, why are you back here again?
I followed my...
Wants to be.
Does he follow it back to the temple of the... But it doesn't... There's nothing else to that though. Done the bridge. Ordinary palette. I bit my tongue.
Don't do that. It hurts.
Alright, it's turn to wolf back here.
The scent was too weak.
Magenta.
Definitely the same scent as my killer, which meant whoever it was made it into the palace concealed in a wine barrel. Why did that bring to mind the phrase, "You wait, time passes," and Thorin sits down and starts singing about gold?
We have a different green one now. Do you have a red scent? Yeah.
No. Oh wait, yeah.
The red wine here smelled identical to the wine from the Café Ankh wine cellar. I guess they must be the supplier for the palace.
I mean, we figured it out, yeah. No, oh my god. Just let me turn back into human. Human, not smells.
But human is smells.
I don't think...
I called around at Pseudopolis Yard, which caused a bit of a stir. Seems news of my death had spread. I decided to head back to my office and take stock of the situation. When I returned to my office for the first time since my murder, a man was already there.
I didn't mean to click then, I thought you'd finished.
Corporal Nobbs was the only person in Ankh-Morpork who has to carry a letter to confirm his species. He's the kind of man you get itchy from just talking to.
There must be something here.
Hello, Nobby. Luton,
Use a
you're
microbar.
alive?
I was just... I was just cleaning out your desk.
Yes, of everything of value.
Didn't they bury you?
Rumors of my death have been slightly exaggerated.
Meaning?
Meaning I'm not dead, I just got buried.
Yeah, don't tell me the details.
Suit yourself. Nice crowbar you're using to jimmy open my drawers.
Yeah. I sort of borrowed it from the evidence room.
That's okay. I sort of borrowed it from a cart.
I even have my glitched
I
one.
searched Reagan's body. There were 2 tiny bite marks on it.
Really? I guess it was more suspicious than you thought.
Well, I ought to go. Looks like you don't need your things collecting.
How goes the case?
The counterweight killings? Oh, still not much progress. They wouldn't let me investigate it if they thought there would be.
How many murders do you guys think there are?
3. One of the patrician's clerks, the reader of esoteric occultism up at Unseen University, and one of the city's richest merchants.
There'd be 3 more if you counted Mundy, Reagan, and Malachite.
I suppose so.
Still not convinced?
Well, Vimes isn't convinced.
Even though I've been cleared?
I have to get back to the yard.
Yeah, fucking
Nobby
run away.
didn't seem very comfortable around me. I didn't know if it was because of my return from the grave or because I'd caught him trying to steal everything of value that wasn't tied down. Although with Nobby, even if you tied it down, he'd steal the string. The only thing I was sure of was that my next step was to look into the counterweight killings. I had a feeling I wasn't going to like what I found.
No. Why are you leaving the office? Why did you leave the office?
Al Kali.
You wanted to.
I literally clicked on him and he walked out the office.
The purple scent was quite distinctive. I'd know it if I smelled it again.
Smell it again, jeez.
definitely Gaspard. I hadn't seen Rodin's scent anywhere but his workshop. I don't think the sculptor got out much. The dark cyan scent was strong and earthy, with a hint of something potent about it. A strange
So
scent
it
I
gives you
first found
clues.
in the cemetery. The scent of a woman. Ah, the smell of garbage. An inferior version of the smell of the Ankh, in my opinion. The unmistakable scent of the river Ankh. The apple-colored scent wasn't entirely unpleasant. The cyan scent was distinct and potent. Where Mundy had been in his room, there was a dark blue smell. There was something about the purple scent that reminded me of werewolves. The navy blue scent was strong and distinct. The purple...
I didn't mean to do that.
The navy blue scent was strong and distinct. The earthy brown scent of malachite was unmistakably the scent of a troll. The distinctive bouquet of Ephebian red wine, laden with the subtle fragrance of cabbages and carrots.
Yum.
Nobby's teal scent reeked of tobacco. The maroon scent reminded me of iron somehow.
Okay.
Iron.
Yeah.
So either something made of metal or blood.
Oh, it is
Yeah.
you, sir.
I'm just as thrilled.
Who would sell?
Can I see the Count?
I am not in a position to know how good your vision is, but you may see the Count, which I believe is what Sir actually meant in Sir's untutored way.
The Count's health was getting worse. He wasn't making much sense.
Is that you? I knew you'd come for me sooner or later. Is it time? Is it time already? It's been such a long time, hasn't it? We've had fun together, haven't we? Soon enough.
Count?
Soon enough, my dear. Soon enough.
Count? It's Luton.
He cannot hear you.
Why not?
It's almost his time.
Death.
I've seen some scary things in my time. I've seen men driven mad by money or women. I've seen wars where neither side has known what they were fighting over. I've seen Nobby getting out of the shower, and believe me, that was no picnic. I didn't really discover what terror was until I found myself talking to a 7-foot-high skeleton with a scythe. Your death!
Am I? You know, I wonder
I like
why
they've
I
got
was
they've
carrying the scythe
they've
around.
kept his capital letter text.
Am
They have
I?
Are you
Yeah.
not? A selfish, bitter man who has yet to squander
People
his
would be
one last
severely
chance
pissed
at
if
redemption.
Yeah.
Am I dead?
No. It's not your time.
I thought you might have missed me the other day when I was stabbed and you've only just got around to me.
I'm famously punctual.
So why are you here?
I've come out for the Count, so to speak.
Oh, well, that's a shame. I was hoping to ask him a few questions.
You seem remarkably calm for one who's just seen the defeater of empires, the swallower of oceans, the thief of years, the ultimate reality, the harvester of mankind, and the assassin against whom no lock will hold. That's me, in case you have trouble with long sentences.
It's been that kind of week. How long has he got?
That depends on you.
On me? I thought our time was allocated by the fates.
It is true that fate is the ultimate master of life and death. But even fate takes a back seat to the laws of narrative causality.
I don't understand.
Really? Who said you were supposed to?
You might give me a clue.
Let's just say that the actions of one person may change the way the whole story is told.
I don't understand.
Don't worry. It'll all become clear to you at the end.
Okay.
How come you're here?
I came on my horse.
My horse is amazing.
What is it? A skeletal
Dinky.
horse whose hooves spark
he's
with
pure
flames with each step?
No. Just my horse. I call him Binky.
And he's not a skeleton?
He happens to be very well fed and looked after, thank you
Pure
very
white.
much.
Beautiful horse.
I still don't understand why you're here. I mean, you're death. Shouldn't you be everywhere?
I am everywhere.
But you're here.
Yes. As well. Don't try to work it out.
Don't try.
Even I don't fully understand it. It involves really complicated numbers.
You turn up like this for everyone.
Generally, I'm only expected to make an actual appearance on special occasions.
And this is a special occasion?
Not yet. I've arrived ahead of time. But there's going to be a lot of business in Ankh-Morpork soon. So it doesn't hurt for me to get here a little early.
You wouldn't care to tell me more about this, I suppose.
The immediate future is not a matter on which I propose to enlighten you. No.
How come I can see you? Is it something to do with me being a werewolf?
In a sense. It has much more to do with certain other matters.
Such as?
Ordinarily, I am only perceived by those who are about to die.
So you are invisible? That must be useful.
I'm not invisible, as such. People just can't see me. They won't allow themselves to do it. Until it's time, of course. Wizards can see me, and cats. Odd, really, but there you go.
But I can see you.
Indeed. People in a state of
Yeah, this sounded like he was flipping a script then.
sometimes stop seeing
It
what
did like a
they
paper
expect
turn never
to see
sound.
and start seeing what is really there.
Like with Gaspard.
Frankly, I think your seeing me has more to do with your quest for the golden sword.
You know about that?
I've been around. I hear things.
Why should the sword be a factor?
Well, it's more to do with narrative causality, as I said.
It's not really a quest. I mean, I'm just investigating a few murders.
Believe me, I know. I was there.
You mentioned narrative causality before.
Did I? I must be becoming careless.
Why? Aren't you allowed to discuss it?
It's not exactly against the rules. But it might ruin it if I told you.
Ruin what?
The story.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Neither the
Ruin
Count
the
nor Death
story.
seemed likely people to discuss that particular matter with. Neither the... Neither...
Neither.
Neither...
Neither.
I'm just going through all the items.
Can you think of any reason that Mundy might have been hung upside down before he was killed?
Of course.
You were there?
Well, yes.
Duh.
I have to be. But this is very irregular.
Of course. You know about all these murders, don't you? I mean, you're basically an accessory after the fact. Or possibly before the fact.
Young man, I am the fact.
Well, tell me everything you know.
Are you sure? It would take millions of years.
I meant about this case. We could stop anyone else from being killed.
No. Absolutely not. You can't expect me to be a witness in a murder inquiry. I'm going to take the fifth.
The fifth what?
No one ever says what fifth. They just take it. And I'll have the 6th, 7th, and 15th through 23rd, just to be on the safe side.
So you won't tell me anything?
Oh, lots of things. I like to talk to a man who likes to talk.
But you won't tell me anything about the murders?
I will not. Supposing that caught on. You think I want to spend every day in a witness box?
Even though Death said he wouldn't tell me anything, I had a suspicion that I might be able to learn something if I could just trip him up. I'd have to be careful, though. The last thing I wanted was to get Death upset with me. He's not a guy you want as your enemy.
Or is he?
What do you know about a woman named Carlotta?
I haven't met them.
Yet.
What do you know about a dwarf named Al-Khali?
I haven't met them.
Yet.
Do you know a woman named Ilsa or a man named Two Conkers?
I haven't
Yeah.
Yet.
Do you know anything about the counterweight killings?
I already told you that I cannot discuss the details.
Okay,
of
good.
my
We don't have to go
work
through
with
that
you.
dialogue again. Can you imagine, like, he starts talking as a no? Right, so you can't go on.
Please be quiet.
You can't go on about the murders. So
Do you know a troll by the name of Jasper Horst?
I haven't met them.
yet.
I think the murderer I'm looking for is some kind of beast.
No doubt you will find out soon enough.
It is me. I am the murderer.
Wizards can see you, right?
Indeed.
So they know when they're going to die.
That is also true.
So the reader of esoteric occultism must have known he was about to be murdered.
Knowing when you are going to die and knowing how are two different things.
Okay.
I was just thinking that I could really use some information on the merchant's murder.
That's funny. I was just thinking about wallpaper. Was there a point you wanted to make?
Perhaps I could trap him into saying something when I knew a little more about how and where the merchant had been killed.
I guess we can
You
come
know,
back at a
that's
later
very
point. Then.
good. The way you make your voice go all tough and gritty like that. Do you have to go to elocution classes?
You could hear him like that.
No.
Do you have a secret code ring or anything?
No.
Oh.
Is there anything you'd like to tell me about the murder of the patrician's clerk?
Only that he was a lot less tiresome than you and didn't have such a colorful vocabulary.
Okay. Don't get any more out of that.
Do you know anything about jewels?
Jewels? Shiny. Not much use for anything except looking pretty.
Count von Uberwald?
Has it turned cold again? I can't tell.
There's life in the old Count yet.
There will be. Right up until the end.
What about
I'm
you?
going to head to
I'll be
Edison
there.
at some point too.
No,
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
just trying.
do
I'm
you
just
know
trying to get
anything
exhaust all
about
the
jewels?
conversation
I
with
once
death.
had to acquire a diamond for a friend
A friend.
Where did you find
friend.
it?
in a temple. They thought it was the tear of a god.
Was it?
No. Gods never weep.
Badass.
Sometimes the imagination of mankind astonishes me.
You don't know anything about gold-plated jewels?
Sorry, no.
No. Alright.
Well, goodbye. I'm sure we'll meet again.
Goodbye.
Oh, you can be certain of it. Incidentally, I rather like your hard-boiled monologues.
You do?
Oh, yes. And of course, the way you can actually think out of the corner of your mouth. Very impressive.
I didn't know I was doing it.
Oh, yes. Take that, you doity rat. Wonderful stuff.
Doity rat.
Very entertaining. You know,
Oh my god, I thought it was going to end.
if I should take the scythe around in a violin case. It would certainly add to the atmosphere of menace and uncertainty.
Really?
Of course, I don't play the violin. And I can't talk out of the corners of my mouth.
Because I do the flips.
It's a great shame.
Right. That was a fucking long dialogue. Death came. And save. Thank you for sticking around. Sorry it went on a bit too long. I was only doing a fucking 2.5 hour stream. Not even that. But it's been fun. I'll be streaming tomorrow from 2 till about 10ish maybe. We'll see. I shall catch you soon. See you later, guys.
Au revoir.